All right, conditioning peeps. Workout today, Thursday, April 16th. That's what day this will be, Thursday, April 16th. It starts with a 25-minute time cap to work through the rep scheme that you see there. So just take note that the reps for every movement is different. So 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 for the sit-ups, 20, 16, and so on for the devil's press. And then the lower reps, 10, 8, 6, I think it was, for the handstand push-ups or the press overhead. So let me go through these movements for you quickly in the first one, and then I'll move to the second workout and show you those. For the anchored sit-ups, I think all of you know what these are now. Your feet are anchored. If you have weights, that's perfect. You could also put your feet under a couch here. If you have an ab mat, you can bring it behind you, but you don't have to have one. And then from there, coming all the way down, you can't even see me, but I'm sure that's fine. And then coming back up to seated for those 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. For the devil's press, so this one, not everyone has the double set of dumbbells at home. Actually, I find there's a lot of people that don't. So you can have one object for this one as well. You don't need two. So you'll see in Yaja's description that this could be a burpee into a ground to overhead. So I'm going to show you a few options depending on what equipment you have at home. I have a few plates here. I have a kettlebell, dumbbells. Okay, so first one is the actual devil's press that I'm going to show you. Actual devil's press is burpee into a double dumbbell swing overhead. So what that's going to look like, dumbbells will be in front of you. You're going to come down into that full burpee, chest to the ground. As you come up, you're going to bring those dumbbells into your hip and swing and punch into that overhead position. That would be the devil's press. I'll show you one more time. Chest to the ground, feet come up, and swing and press into that overhead position. For the kettlebell, if you only have a kettlebell, or if you only have one dumbbell, let me show you that. You can do your burpee beside your object. And then when you come up out of your burpee, you're just going to grab that object and swing it overhead. So very similar, but you just have one dumbbell or one object. If you have a kettlebell, exact same thing. Make sure you do the burpee beside it so you don't smash your face on it. Come down, burpee, grab the kettlebell into the hip, and that ground to overhead. If it's a plate or another object, you could have this one in front of you. From there, you're gonna come down, chest to the plate, come up, and ground to overhead. Whew, I'm out of breath. So there's a few options for you for that devil's press. Next one was the handstand push-up, pike push-up. If you're doing these, you probably know what they are. The pike push-up, if you have a box, you're gonna have your feet elevated or your knees elevated on the box. You're gonna come forward, try and stay as upright as you can from your hips to your shoulders, coming down, head to the ground, and then pressing through. What we don't wanna see in a pike push-up is an incline push-up. It's not just here and then back up. You're trying to think about creating that tripod with your head and hands and pressing all the way through into that full pike. So that's the pike push-up. Knees or feet on the box would be okay. The other option for that one though, you could be seated doing that Z press. So for the Z press, I only have one dumbbell that I can press overhead easily. If you only have one, that's fine. I would encourage you, if you only have one, to do the reps on both hands though. So do 10 on one shoulder, 10 on the other. Might take you a little bit longer, but you should be fine. If you have two, you're gonna do 10 in a row in that first round, and then 8, 6, 4, 2 as you go down. The no overhead peeps. If you can't go overhead today, if a push-up feels okay, you could put regular push-ups for that last one. The other thing you could do is, if you're in Yaja's class, you could be maybe holding a plank or something like that to stay away from that overhead position. If you're in that boat, you're trying to do this workout and you're not sure, just text one of us as well if there's some of those movements that just don't work for you. 5 minutes to rest after that workout. So if you finish the reps before the 25 minutes, you'll have a little bit of extra time. If not, you're gonna be capped at 25, 5 minutes to rest, and then you go into an alternating EMOM. The EMOM today is pistols and kettlebell snatches. Let me show you those. Pistols, I've been doing them back up onto a box these days, which works for me. I find my knees get sore when I don't use the box behind me. So you're trying to balance control down on one leg, back to standing, switch legs, control down, and back to standing. So that's the pistol. You can do those with no box. I cannot right now. The hang kettlebell snatch. If you have a kettlebell, think of a kettlebell snatch. You initiate this movement as a kettlebell swing. So there's a bit of hip movement first. From there, you're pulling the elbow high and punching up. Elbow high and punch. Elbow high and punch. Common mistake we see with these is people turning it into a dumbbell snatch, trying to just hinge, pull, and punch, and you get that big flip of the dumbbell smashing onto your wrists. So think it's a swing, it's a pull, and a punch as you turn over. So swing, pull, punch. Swing, pull, punch. Catching that dumbbell overhead. The other thing, you want your grip to kind of be in the front of the dumbbell, and your hand is going to be coming this way. So you'll see that part of the dumbbell's kind of kettlebell, is kind of free. That part's under, and then I'm rotating around into that overhead. You're staying on one side for these, 6 to 8 reps, and then switching to the other side. 6 to 8 reps. That's the hang kettlebell snatch. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can just do this with a dumbbell. Still keep it a hang. No need to go all the way to the ground. So that stance coming down to your knees, and then just a pull and punch. Pull and punch. Stay on one arm for 6 to 8 reps and then switch. So that's it for today. That will be, I think it's a 10-minute EMOM at the end. And just remember you're alternating between movements. That's all you need to know. Have a good day, guys.